saying, tons of stuff to go through over here at the show. So what I'm going to be looking for today on eBay is I have this Mike Evans Prism rookie. It's the one with him holding out the ball. They have several variations of it. So what I wanted to do is see if I could find one just ungraded like this one. I mean, this one's pretty clean. You know, I may send them out for grading at some point, but I just wanted to see if I can grab all the different variations of his Prism rookie. IPC Mike Evans. I think he's an amazing receiver and definitely be a Hall of Famer one day. As well as I wanted to take this Prism Justin Herbert rookie I have graded. It's a 9, and I wanted to see if I can upgrade it to a 10, as I don't have a 10 of it. I mean, this one's really, really clean anyways. So I just wanted to upgrade it to a 10. You know, this one's maybe just a little off centering on the back is why I got the 9. I mean, it's a little heavy on the side, but really good card anyways. But I did want to try to upgrade it to a 10. So what I was going to be doing is searching for the 10, and then I was going to be putting this one up for sale so I could kind of recover some of the money and just upgrade the card. So let me take you along for the journey. When I'm buying on eBay, you know, especially if you're buying raw cards, you know, you always want to do your best to look at the pictures, make sure that everything looks good, copacetic, you know, not any visible damage. But one of the things that's really important to do is always go down and look into like the descriptions. It's really important, you know, that you do this because sometimes people, you know, honest people will put stuff in the description and tell you, hey, there's a scratch on the front, there may be a dimple in the back, or one of the corners is folded or something of that nature. And you'd hope people would put that kind of stuff in there. You know, you'd want them to be as, you know, honest as possible. But I always go through here and, you know, lately eBay will allow you to use like an AI feature to put in like the description, and that looks pretty much like what's happened here. Elevate your football card collection with Mike Evans. So, you know, this is kind of the generic. So I'm going to have to take it into consideration and assume that, you know, this card is in good condition. You know, I kind of look through, you know, it's great, it's ungraded, near mint or better, non-original package or professionally graded. You know, you just kind of look at some of these details, the specifics in the description, and see if there's anything in there. That way you do have a fighting chance if you do get the card and it's damaged or destroyed or, you know, not what was expected. So just kind of keep a heads up. You know, always look at the title, you know, make sure that it's what you're buying, you see the card. So just something to look out for, especially when you're buying, you know, ungraded cards. It's definitely worth your time to just spend the extra minute and check it out. So one of the other ways that you can pick up cards on eBay is through like a buy it now. A lot of times those will work out. Sometimes they're priced a little high, sometimes they're priced pretty good. So in looking for the variation for the Mike Evans rookie, I did find this buy it now for the ball and left arm. And they're asking $10 or best offer plus $1.25 shipping. So, you know, they're at like $11.25 plus tax. You'd probably be around $13 for this card. So they are accepting offers. So that's a good sign. You know, usually you can make them an offer, and you know, the worst that could happen, they could say no or make you a counter offer. So kind of want to look into it. This is the card here. I generally like to see the back of the card. He only has the front posted. So, I mean, it's a $10 card, so I'm not going to be too concerned. I can zoom in and I kind of like look at the corners and the edges. I mean, you see a little spot here, but that looks like dust. So kind of go down. You know, the corners look really, really sharp. The edges look clean. You know, so unless the back is off-centered, I don't see that there would be any damage, you know, on the front that wouldn't be there on the back. So it's not a bad looking card. And like I said, he's asking $10. The Mike Evans variations, there's several different ones. You can look through. Usually there's like one variation or two. You get like the black and white, but for whatever reason, you know, this is the one we're looking at, the ball in hand on the left hand. They're saying it's worth $10.48, so the price is not unreasonable. They do have like the ball, and he's looking right with the ball in his left hand, and then they have the ball in right hand. So But the one I'm looking at is this one here. And like I said, they're saying it's worth about 1048. So in all reality, $10 is not a bad price. If I can get it a little bit cheaper to cover the shipping and the sales tax, that's kind of where I want to be. It's just a PC card for myself, so I'm definitely interested in it. So what I'll do on this one is I'll make him an offer as well. And for the $1.25, probably another 75 cents in shipping, so that I can actually try to get it at around $10. I'll make him an offer of $8, and we'll see if he accepts it. So yeah, it would be in the $9.87 range, all into it, which is definitely cool. Something I could add to the PC. So I'm going to go ahead and make the offer on this card as well. And there we go. So let's see if he gets back to us with the counter or if he accepts it. All right, so Luke collects 4. He accepted my offer. So the order total is $9.87. So I came in just under the $10 that I wanted to pay for the card, which is pretty awesome to have a future Hall of Famer that, I throw on my PC. Mike Evans is pretty awesome. So we got that. The order was done. It auto paid. eBay requires you to put in your payment information now when you're making offers and bids in some cases. So it's kind of a cool deal, just to get it done. So like I said, he did offer accept the $8 offer, and we'll see what it looks like when it gets here in the mail. Like I said, for my PC, I have a Justin Herbert 2020 Prism rookie. It's just the base, but I have it graded at a 9. So I'd like to upgrade it to a 10, and I've been kind of searching. I threw this one in my watch list because it's kind of been sitting there for a little bit. So one of the ways that I will do things is make offers. If they're willing to accept offers, then they're not firm on the price. This guy's asking $50. There's no bids on it yet. It ends in 2 days, so that thing's been sitting there for at least like 5 days without anybody bidding on it. He's wanting $4.47 for shipping. So at this point, you'd be in this card for about $55 with the shipping plus tax. You're probably at around like $60. So what I'll do is I'll go through and I'll check comps. And some of the places I like to go is I like the Sports Card Pro. I'll go there and it kind of shows you what the card's done, over the history of it, where it's at now, what they're estimating a PSA 10 is worth. And then it'll give you some of the prices down here. If you click on the PSA 10 sold listings, it'll kind of give you an idea of what it's sold for in the past. So I see some at like 54, 69, 52, 53. I mean, it kind of ranges through here. So this is just one place that I like to look. I do frequently use Sports Card Pro. I have a video about it. I actually put it at the end screen so you can take a look. Kind of a cool site. You do have Card Ladder, which is another popular one that people use a lot. It looks like the 2020 sold, the last one sold was $60.50 in a PSA 10. So it's kind of close. Went over to PSA and I'll look at PSA. It'll kind of tell you, what the last one was that sold, and so it's at like 54. You can also click on like the auction prices and it'll bring up a few more of the sold prices. That $54 one, there's like a 69, a 52, there's a 49, 61, 51. So I'm pretty confident, a good price on this card is about $55. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll just make an offer. If they're accepting it. I always try to act with integrity. You don't want to be rude or ask a bunch of obnoxious questions. You could always, pull up the serial number and look it up on PSA and, look at closer scans if you'd like to. So you can do your due diligence without, bothering somebody, but it doesn't hurt to make an offer. So I'm looking at it as, he's asking $50 for it. $4 in shipping, $5 in shipping. It's pretty much $55 plus tax. You're looking at about $60. So I'm going to make an offer and, without being really, really ridiculous, at least put it out there to see if he's willing to negotiate. I'll put an offer out there. We'll go put an offer for $45. And we'll see if maybe he's interested. So the total would come to $52.96, which is pretty close to where I want to be at. I think that's a good price for it. So I'm going to go ahead and make the offer. And the offer's been sent. So, we'll find out if he accepts it or not, and we'll get back to it. So a good thing to keep in mind is when you're selling a card on eBay, if you're firm on a card and you don't have any room to work with it, make sure you don't put it in there as a best offer. If you're not willing to drop the price, then just don't do it. I mean, why waste anybody's time? It's just kind of a tacky thing to do. So basically I had listed this 74 Dick Butkus that I had because I had a couple of these, and I'm trying to upgrade like my Justin Herbert and stuff, for example. So generally when I'm selling on eBay, I'm selling things that I have multiples of so that I can upgrade or get another card that I wanted. So I basically had posted this for $8.50 with $2 shipping, because anything that's under $20 I'll generally ship in an envelope, not a bubble mailer or anything like that. So I did have somebody shoot me an offer. It was pretty low. It was at like $4 or something like that. So I had sent him a counter offer, and I just received another offer, a counter offer to my counter offer. And so he's offering me $5.50. I'm not in this card for that much, and I think it's a cool deal. So I'll go ahead and I'm going to accept his offer. So I accepted the offer, and let's get ready to ship the card out. So after accepting the offer, the buyer did pay. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to ship the label. So I click on the shipping service, and I do the eBay standard envelope, which is $1.25. I do charge $2 for shipping because I do have to pay for envelopes, top loaders, things of that nature. So I went on ahead and I clicked for the $1.25 shipping, save. And I always purchase my shipping labels through eBay because it's a lot cheaper than just doing it at the post office or whatever. Go ahead and purchase the shipping label, and then once it's ready, then I go ahead and I print the shipping label out. So when I'm packaging something up after I've sold something on eBay, like the Dick Butkus that I just sold, I try to be as professional. I always use like a new top loader and a nice penny sleeve. I don't want to send them some old beat up stuff because nobody really likes it when you get it looks like that. So why would I do that to someone else? So what I usually will do is I'll put it in the top loader, penny sleeve, and fold over a little tab like this so it's easy to take the tape off, and use the painter's tape. I'll stick it on the card itself. Now when they get it, it's easy to peel off. And then what I'll usually do is I'll take and I'll put it into a team bag. Card is kind of protected from moisture or anything. And usually what I'll do is I'll send out one of my cards with it. Kind of a cool little way if they want to check out the YouTube channel. Cool. Get to see their card packaged up. So I usually throw one of those in there. Seal up the team bag. So everything looks good. It's ready to ship. Then I'll take like any type of cardboard will work. I'll usually use like a manila folder or something and cut it up so I can put the card inside the manila envelope. And then in this case, it was just a $2 shipping, so I am going to use just a regular envelope. So I'll put the card in the envelope. Seal it up. And then what I do is I'll put the shipping label on. I usually put it over the flap once the flap is sealed, because once I put the shipping label on, I'll generally take some packaging tape and take the packaging tape out. I'll usually attach it with it so that all the addresses and stuff are protected. The barcode scanners and whatnot, so don't have any issues. One across the bottom, flip it over and put it around so that we don't have any tape hanging or no edges are right to the edge so that they'll peel off. And I'll just do that across the whole envelope. Now just try to keep it professional and keep it clean. Make sure the card doesn't get, wet or damaged along the way. Hopefully the top loader and team bag and vanilla envelope will protect it. That's why I generally will charge $2 for shipping. It's usually $1.25 if you use the eBay for the postage. So by the time I waste packaging tape and all that, probably another 75 cents or whatever. I just try to be honest. I don't want to be one of these people that, they'll put a good price on a card and then rack up the shipping. And I mean, to me, it's tacky. I don't know. It's not the way I choose to do it. So once it's all set and ready to go, there you have it. It's all packaged up and ready to drop at the post office.